Dear viewers, in this video, we are going to see about the new revised UGC guidelines for conducting end semester examination for final year students released on 6th July 2020. Before going into the video, subscribe e-learning at Ease YouTube channel for videos on education, scholarship and employment. Due to this unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic, the academic process and the teaching learning process of higher education and also the school education come to a stagnant position. To ensure that the students community will not be affected, the Government of India have advised UGC to frame certain guidelines regarding admission process, a new academic calendar for 2020 and 21, and also new guidelines on conducting examination that were to be conducted during April 2020. On 29th April 2020, UGC already released certain guidelines regarding academic calendar, admission process and end semester examinations. Now, due to the extension of this COVID-19 pandemic, the government advised UGC to revise its guidelines. According to this new revised UGC guidelines, all the colleges and universities needs to conduct the terminal examination for the final years by September 2020. There are a lot of criticisms and concerns by academicians, politicians, and also by the students community. Since COVID-19 pandemic virus is prevalent all over the country, it will be difficult for the universities to conduct the exam by September 2020. All the students are scattered over the country. For example, a student from Chennai will be studying in Delhi. All the state governments are concentrating on decreasing the effect of COVID-19 pandemic. In this situation, it will be difficult for the colleges and universities to conduct this exam effectively. So, even the students will not be able to reach the colleges as the public transportation in most of the states are not operating. Next thing is, even if the state governments and the universities are trying to conduct the examinations in online mode, all the students will not be equipped with the proper infrastructure and internet facilities. It will be difficult for them to get the infrastructure or internet facility during this unprecedented pandemic situation. Their families are affected financially, so they cannot afford for a new technology, and the students community cannot afford for a new internet pack or internet services. In most of the states, the colleges and universities are transformed into coronavirus quarantine centers and treatment centers for the affected patients. So there is an uncertainty on when this coronavirus patients is going to be discharged and when the corona pandemic will go off from this country. It will be difficult for the universities and the state governments to clear the hostels, to clear the classrooms which are already transformed into a corona quarantine centers. The state governments need to clean all these things. So the central government needs to consider these difficulties of the state governments. Before 2 days, the Delhi government announced cancellation of all the college and university examinations. But as the higher education is in the concurrent list, the authority of cancelling the examination lies with the central government. The state governments can take decisions only on school education as it is in the state list. But the higher education is in the concurrent list of the constitution. The decision regarding higher education will be taken by central government through its autonomous bodies like UGC, AICTE. These are educational bodies. I hope you know about these units. So the central government has to take a call. Last week, the Home Ministry of the central government gave permission for conducting the final year examinations for the states. Some states, including Tamil Nadu, have shown their concern over conducting this examination, and even the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu have written a letter to the UGC and the Home Ministry to reconsider the guidelines. The central government are of the opinion that if the examinations for the final year students are cancelled, There will not be any academic credibility. Students will get the degree simply without writing examination, without getting any evaluation. In this view, the central government wants the exam to be conducted. But the academicians are of the opinion that the students can be evaluated based on their past performance and also based on their internal assessments for this particular semester. The UGC officials has given warning to the states that if any states are not abiding or not implementing the guidelines of the UGC, strict action will be taken against those universities and colleges if they are not implementing the revised guidelines. So there are a lot of confusion, dilemma among the academicians, students, and also the government authorities for conducting this final year semester examination. So through this video, I request the central government to reconsider the guidelines and frame a new guideline based on the current corona situation of different states and the state of the students and the economic conditions of the students and their health conditions. The UGC committee has to consider all these things and prepare a new guidelines. This time the students are struggling hard for their food, for their health, even for their day-to-day survival. At this time, it will be very hard for them and very difficult for them to prepare for the examination, and also it will be difficult for them to reach the exam centers as there are no proper public transport facilities. The government should ensure the students should have all the basic necessities like food, health, transport, and also the necessary equipments for their exam preparation, and then they can conduct the exam at a later stage. So now the government should consider the situation of the students and frame the guidelines based on the current situation. Thank you. Thank you so much for your patient listening. If you are happy with the video, give a like. You can ask your doubts through the comment section. Share this video with your friends and subscribe e-learning at ease for more videos.